Hello, beautifuls. Welcome into my kitchen. Come on in, come on in. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Have a seat at the table. I'm on day 2 of my sugar detox. It's April 2nd. And so I kicked off my sugar detox extra hard for these first 3 days. I'm only eating protein, eggs, cheese, and chicken, eggs, cheese, and chicken, basically. And the truth is, at night, my head hurts. I do have cravings, so I am hungry. I'm ready to eat. But that's all part of the process because we are literally changing the biome, the gut. We're changing the chemistry of our body. And so there's little bacteria in our guts that's like eating off all the carbs, the sugar, and all that. And when you cut it off, they're like, what are you doing? I'm hungry. Feed me. And then you get headaches and you get crabby. And so I haven't started it yet. I keep forgetting, but you can purchase supplements for like crave control. You can get this online on Amazon. This one's a stress defender. This is natural slim. So yeah, you can get some of that to help relax you. Practice meditations. You get your essential oils out and to help relax the cravings. Don't feel that because you went on a 90-day detox, all of a sudden you have to get in the gym. If your body's not feeling it, don't force yourself to do it because it's only going to add more stress, and more stress is more belly fat. So just relax, take it easy. Take it easy. So welcome to my kitchen, ladies. Today we are going to talk about, are you loving from wounds or are you loving from wholeness? And so I didn't know that there was a difference. So again, have a seat at the table. Welcome back, beautiful souls. My name is Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and your life coach. And today is Worth and Wellness Wednesday, where we explore the connections between our hearts, our habits, and our healing. So tonight's conversation is deeply and so necessary because I want to ask you a question. Every woman on a healing journey must face eventually. So the question is, are you loving from wounds or from wholeness? Do you understand what the difference is? Are you loving from wounds or from wholeness? The truth is that it seems normal nowadays. The way we give and receive love is often shaped by emotions that were never fully processed and patterns that we were forced to normalize to survive. So a lot of us um, are naturally in survival mode, thinking it's normal. Oh, I'm okay. Am I right? And we don't really even understand the difference between. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how you might be loving. If you are loving from a wound, you'll know that if you're feeling confused, discouraged, helpless, or insignificant, it could also mean being submissive. You could be weak or feel weak or insecure or foolish or anxious. You can have emotions of being embarrassed, jealous, hurt, frustrated, angry. How about guilt? Even feeling like embarrassed, feeling bashful, feeling ashamed, feeling depressed or miserable, inadequate, lonely, bored, or even numb. And a lot of those emotions are normal, like right before I'm getting on this live show, I'm like, I feel inadequate. Who do I think I am? And the process is when we start building self-love is that like that you no longer accept that. You rebuke those negative notions with a positive ones. So if you have been feeling hostile, furious, hateful, irritable, or even critical towards other people, all of those are emotions. They don't make you wrong, they just make you real. So by living in them, staying there, loving from that space, that becomes a cage. So do you want to be loving with jealous? And a lot of people, a lot of us Latinas, we embrace that. Oh, soy tóxica. And you don't realize the power of your words and how it's actually blocking you from being able to live a life that's of out of love. What does that look like? Not, I don't want to say real love, because the the bad love is the wounded love is also love. But we want to love from wholeness, when you feel pure, when you feel confident, when you feel like, we'll get back into that, because first I want to talk about the negative part, and then how do we flip that over to the positive? How do we go from the wounded mindset to a healed love mindset, a love that's coming from wholeness, coming from an in with inside? So wounded love, or those wounded emotions, those negative emotions, in love, it looks like this. It looks like overgiving and always feeling drained, saying yes to when your soul is screaming no. You're saying yes because you think he's your soulmate, and you can't say no because they're gonna abandon you. Those are loving somebody from being wounded, when you're scared to say no, shrinking your own needs so that you are being chosen, lowering your standards, proving your worth through sacrifice, clinging to intensely instead of choosing intimacies, loving people who mirror the chaos you grow up with. You know, that's why they say a lot of us, we pick a partner that's like our parents, because that's what we mirror, that's what we that's our belief system, that's all we know. And when we come into a vibration that's different, maybe we're broken, and we come into a healed a relationship with a man who is healed, it's gonna feel weird. You're gonna like, no, I'm gonna go with that, con el tóxico, with the toxic one, who who jives with me, who mirrors, who I can be crazy, I'm not, just because I don't have self emotional balance. So I need somebody who's going to accept that from me. Otherwise, I don't know. It's there's and so again, that's not because you're broken. It's because your heart was trained to survive love that was inconsistent, that was conditional, that was unsafe. And so let's get out of survival mode. Let's get out of survival mode, because you have the choice. We have the capability of choosing different and making different habits. It's all within us. So what if we start loving from wholeness, from the emotions of pensive, thoughtfulness, responsive, content, relaxed, serene, to really truly feel loved, to be intimate and nurturing, yet trusting. Trust is a big one. To be able to love somebody and not doubt, and just give them your trust, thankful and confident, to be faithful, to feel important, to feel worthy, to feel hopeful, appreciated and valued and respected and satisfied and proud. Be cheerful, excited, daring, sexy. These are the emotions I want to help you come into, to bring into that creative, stimulating, playful, awareness, delightful feeling. That's an emotion. This is the emotional frequency of self-love. This is the vibration that attracts healthy love and an aligned relationships, not just with your partners, with your families, with your friends, with your coworkers. That's what brings an abundance, but joy. That's joy, feeling like you have a purpose, like you're living your purpose. So I want you to ask yourself and pause and take some time to journal, get your journal out. Where in your life are you still loving from emotional wounds? What feelings are driving your decisions that are no longer in aligned with who you are becoming? Because we will deviate from our values if our needs are being met. So if I value a healthy lifestyle, drug-free lifestyle, but my basic needs is love, I'm looking for love, and I get somebody who's interested in me and says, "Oh, I love you, baby, I love you," and they're right there smoking, telling me that they love me, and I'm like, "Oh, well, finally I have love. I guess I'll stay." And so I leave my healthy lifestyle to be. We will deviate from our values to have my needs of love being met. So think about where are you out at today. And a lot of times is that we're still living on emotions from the past because we haven't been taught how to break free from these emotions of the past and be able to move forward. And this is why I do the 90-day detox challenge, because it's not so much about, I look good, I feel good, but I continue on this challenge because it's the detox challenge is an act of discipline. Self-discipline is an act of self-love. And so by doing that every day, every week, every month, over and over and over, and holding myself accountable and setting the standards higher and higher every month, what I'm building is self-love, self-confidence. Anybody can go get a mommy makeover. Anybody can go get plastic surgery. That doesn't mean that's going to all of a sudden you're going to have self-love. You can still be toxic, jealous, fears of abandonment. And so I want you to ask yourself, do some reflection and ask yourself, where in your life are you still loving from emotional wounds? What feelings are driving your decisions that no longer align with who you are becoming? And what would it look like to start loving from your healed self, from the confidence, calm, cherished, and whole self that you are? Recently, I just been thinking about, since my husband's been going to Puerto Rico, he's going again to Puerto Rico, and he's taking some tests on the weekends and coming back. So, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, here, let me book your flights and setting everything up and making sure everything, goes good for him. I'm doing it from love, from a healed wholeness of love. I no longer feel insecure. Who you're gonna go? What are you gonna do? Even though it's a really tight schedule, in the past I used to be that way. It's not that there was something wrong with me. It's just that that's all I knew. That's how I learned how to love. That's how I learned how to survive. And so I started slowly practicing the self-discipline, saying no with my food. I started with the food. And then before you know it, I'm like, no, I don't, I would catch myself indulging in ice cream and all this food when I was with him because I was deviating from my values to have my needs met. And then I had to get stronger and set the bar higher and say, you know what, babe, no, you go ahead, you eat it. And not just like the cravings and wanting to engage and indulge with him. And so by setting those standards, it raised my bar, it built self-love, self-confidence. And then guess what? The next day he was following me. So it starts to attract, we're no longer chasing. So I am starving. I am ready to cook. And thank you for joining me. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fuel your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self-expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fuel our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient-packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom, battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking, good looking. So what's for dinner? Let's get cooking, good looking. So what's for dinner? So before we get cooking, drop a healed heart in the comments if you are ready to unlock those emotional chains. And let me and the universe know that you are ready to love from fullness, not from fear. You deserve it, girl. You deserve love that doesn't require you to abandon yourself. So you deserve to feel sexy, satisfied, safe, and be seen, not stuck in survival mode. Let's get you out of survival mode. Let's break those generational curses that maybe it's not even just your personal wounds and your trauma. It could be wounds that your mother, your grandmother, your caretakers passed down to you from their heartbreaks and their generational and their trauma, and they taught you how to act, and so you act in those in a way that comes from survival mode. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get cooking. I am hungry and I'm ready to eat. I am on day 2 of this 90-day detox challenge. Uh, the first 3 days, I suggest only proteins, eggs, and cheese to help kickstart the good bacteria, kick out the bad bacteria, and bring in the good bacteria into our guts. That's gonna help with our brain, and oh, it's just so amazing, guys. So, as we step into the kitchen tonight, hold this intention in your heart. Before we start in the kitchen and getting cooking, I want you to hold this intention in your heart. I no longer feed that wounded me. I now nourish what heals me. Tonight's dinner, again, is part of a 3-day sugar reset, pure protein, no distractions, just like our emotions, clean, direct, and intentional. And we're going to make something light, simple, grounding, because loving yourself starts with honoring what your body actually needs. Okay. Um, and, and also, I invite you to say this. I I invite you to say this out loud as your personal affirmation. I am safe to feel. I am safe to heal. I am safe to love from my wholeness. I am safe to feel. I am safe to heal. I am safe to love from my wholeness. And that means if you want trust, you gotta be trust. You gotta put that into gear before, oh, he's not doing it. No, you do it. You teach it. You be it. And then you're no longer chasing it. You are it. You're attracting it. All right. So tonight's dinner is, I changed it up because I was supposed to do on my schedule. On my meal plan, I was going to make chicken skewers. However, I'm just gonna do it in the pan. So tonight is dinner is garlic herb chicken and veggie power bowl. Hey, with a little quinoa. I'm not gonna eat the quinoa nor the roasted veggies. So it's a skewer style chicken sautéed in a pan with peppers and onions and roasted veggies and quinoa rice. But since I'm on my day 2 of the sugar detox kickoff, I'm not going to have the quinoa or the veggies nor fruits. It's all only protein. And because even on the reset days, you deserve meals that feel intentional and elevated. And my husband, he's not doing the sugar detox. I am gonna have the quinoa and the vegetables for him, and then so let's get started. So I'm gonna cut my peppers first. If you want the recipe, it is in the comments, the grocery list, and the recipe. So we're gonna start first with the roasted veggies. For my veggies, I am going to preheat the oven for 425. So we're gonna do this veggie melody. I'm not gonna do the whole bag. This is just preparing the meal for my husband's dinner. And then a little drizzle of olive oil. Drizzle. Where's the spatula? Oh, I forgot to wash my veggies. It's okay. It's not about being perfect. It's about the intention and staying away from the fast foods. Okay, so we got a little bit of oil in that. We are going to add garlic powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Olive oil, garlic powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Paprika. A little bit of a paprika. Okay, so that's good. We're just waiting for the oven. I'm gonna cut this one because it's a little chunky monkey. Okie dokie. So those are the veggies. Olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic. Waiting for the oven to turn on or be, it's preheating. And then we are going. Well, I already cooked the quinoa. So all I have to do is heat that. On Mondays, I batch cook to help the eating at home. So I already have the quinoa ready. And now let's saute the chicken and peppers with veggies. And so I bought a 2-pack of chicken breasts. I'm going to fillet them. I'm going to cut my peppers in bigger chunks as if I were doing the skewers. Save the rest for another meal. So I hope you can see. Come on in. Get up close. And we're going to just cut them in big 1-inch chunks. Smells so good. So I'm not even gonna eat this. I'm just gonna eat the meat. But this is gonna give it some flavor. This is just the first 3 days to kill off, start helping killing off the bad bacteria in the gut. Got some onion, okay. Now let's cut up the chicken. Throw those in here for now. That to the side. Let's slice up this chicken. So my chicken breast, I'm gonna fillet it, butterfly it, so that it can cook faster. By doing this, I cook it for 6 minutes on each side. And I'm gonna make little squares, cut it up in little chunks. Mercury retrograde is getting on my nerves, guys. And I really do hope on Mercury retrograde. It's just Mercury retrograde is messing with me. Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost done. Here we go. Let's keep pushing through. So guys, here we are making chicken skewers a la sartén. All right, so we got our chicken. Oven is ready. Yeah, 25 to 30 minutes. Flipping halfway. So at 5:44, I can flip them halfway. So we're gonna add the diced chicken with the seasons, garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, salt, and pepper. Olive oil, salt, pepper, powder pepper, man down. Onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm gonna do Italian seasoning instead. My Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, the roast, not the roasted, the peppers, the other bell peppers and onions. And mix this real good. If you want to give it lots of love, you could just put your hands in there and give it like good vibes, good intention. Give it some love. You. All right. So during the Mercury retrograde, you always gotta be prepared for communications to fail. So you always have to have a backup. And we'll see how well this backup is gonna work. So now we wanna actually I'm only gonna cook half the batch because I like my husband to have a fresh, hot meal when he comes home. He won't be home for a few hours. So I'm gonna make mine separately. Half of this bad boy chicken. The other half I'm gonna let it sit until the hubby comes home to make him a fresh batch. I'm gonna saute each side for 6 to 8 minutes until it's browned and cooked through. So let's go ahead. Since I'm not gonna eat the roasted peppers, I'm gonna take them out. I'm not gonna put as much in mine. Just a couple to give it flavor. I'll take some of that chicken though. Load it up, load it up. Okay, so we'll let that go for 6 minutes. When this is 12, we'll come back. Discipline brings self-love. These small little 6 daily habit baby steps will transform your life in ways that you could never, you could only dream of. And believe me, if you can dream it, you can be it, but you have to put in, you can't just dream and pray and wish and hope. You have to put in daily actions, daily habits, small little tasks. Join me on this mission. Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. Once you have received your email, simply download your tracker and save it to your files for easy access. Print it out or place it somewhere visible to track your progress daily, or do a screenshot and save it to your favorite picture so you can update it from your phone each day. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com. I flipped over the veggies. So join me, detox challenge, ladies, so that you can go from those negative emotions of feeling disconnected, guilt, embarrassed, jealous, submissive, weak, insecure, foolish, depressed, to feelings of peace, love, serenity, confident, valuable, exciting, sexy, playful. So this is the emotional frequency of self-love. And the way out through the emotion is to rebuke that with with your mental notions of the positive affirmations. So every time you feel something, oh, I shouldn't do that, catch yourself and rebuke that with something positive, just as you would tell one of your best friends. So my chicken is ready. It's actually burning. So it's a simple. It's a simple, delicious, home cooked meal, protein, straight protein. I'm gonna drizzle it with a little bit of lemon. And the smell, it's the flavors. The secret in eating healthy is in the flavors, and the flavors, the secret in the flavors is the seasoning. So get to your local grocery store, start finding some seasonings, your favorite, start incorporating new seasonings, start learning what you like. Thank you for joining me for dinner today. Ooh, it smells delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Look at those delicious, healthy veggies for my hubby. Looks good, right? What more do you want? So, bon appetit to me. We're gonna try this chicken. Let's see. So, thank you for joining me for dinner. We made skewer style chicken in the pan. I'm gonna put a little drizzle of lemon. My mouth is so watery. Mm. You need a close up. I'm gonna cook for you. Mm. It's all in the flavors, guys. It's all in the flavors. You get chicken, breast for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but put different flavors, different seasonings. That little hint of lemon. Juicy. Mm. I'm going to enjoy meet me here tomorrow for no longer thirsty Thursday. We're not gonna be those toxic anymore. We're gonna flip that. We're gonna flip that frown upside down, and it's gonna be thoughtful Thursday. So meet me in the kitchen tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Arizona time, 4 o'clock Wisconsin time. Send you much love. Bye.